So previously on my channel, we made a TBR jar, which, if you might recall, used to be in a basket, but I bought an actual jar, so we're making progress. But I have yet to use it to pick my actual full month TBR. So that is what we're going to be doing today. I'm going to pick, I think, 6 books for August from my little jar, which if you want to make your own jar, I'm going to link a Notion page that I made down below with a bunch of prompts on it. And that's basically what I used to make this. I'm a little bit scared, but I also have this growing collection of books that I need to read. So hopefully this will help get me through some of them, because I've also been struggling just to pick books. I feel like I've been a little bit of a reading slump, so I'm hoping this will help. Yeah, I'm scared. Okay, let's see. I feel like I might need to make more, honestly. I want to fill up the jar. Okay, our first prompt is a book that starts with a randomly generated letter. Let's see if I can show you guys that so that you can believe me. I don't know if you can read that. I definitely should type these bigger, but hindsight's everything. 1 second, I need my phone. Okay, there's a massive ad on this, but that's the first one that showed up on Google, so we're gonna use it. Okay, yeah. Generate random letter. D. Okay. Book that starts with a D. Okay, for a second I thought I didn't have a book that starts with a D, but I definitely do, because I have Dance of Thieves by Mary E. Pearson. So this will be the first book, which I'm actually really excited for, but I definitely think I'm gonna need to leave a book spot for the second book of this series, because I like to read series all at once if they're out. I'm still gonna pick 5 more books, but I now cannot guarantee that I will read them all. A formidable outlaw family that claims to be the first among nations. A son destined to lead, thrust suddenly into power. 3 fierce young women of the Ratan, the Queen's premier guard. A legendary street thief leading a mission determined to prove herself. A dark secret that is a threat to the entire continent. When outlaw leader meets reformed thief, a cat and mouse game of false moves ensues, bringing them intimately together in a battle that may cost them their lives and their hearts. I've heard very good things about it. It's a little bit long, which is slightly intimidating, but not that I haven't read a long book before, but it's just every time I start a new book that's long, I'm a little bit overwhelmed. First book for August. Let's see what we get next. The next prompt is a book by a Canadian author. I don't know if it will focus on that, but I'm telling the truth and you have to trust me. Thing is, I put this in because I'm Canadian, and I don't know if I have a book by a Canadian author. Actually, that's not true. I definitely know that this book, Little Beast, is by a Canadian author, because I got it in a blind date with a book, and it was written by an author in Quebec and then translated into English. And I've been kind of putting this off because I really don't think I'm gonna like it, but I think I will read it. Oh, BRB, my mom's calling me. But I got this in blind date with a book. I've been putting off reading it, but I think I will pick it because I would like to read it and mainly just get it off my TBR. It's really, really short, so like it won't take me very long. But this book is set in 1944 in a little village in rural Quebec where a little girl starts to grow a beard, and her mother shuts the curtains and locks the door inside to keep her safe from the villagers who think there's something wrong with a bearded little girl. When they come for her, she escapes into the wintry nights. So yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna like it. I don't think it's for me, but I will read it and we will find out. Our next prompt. A book with a one-word title. Okay, I have a couple of these. So, okay, maybe I have less than I thought. We have Caraval here. I also have Icebreaker, which I think is probably what I'm leaning towards, because we already have like a fantasy book with Dance of Thieves. I'm thinking that we will pick Icebreaker, which I got very recently in my last video. If you have not watched it, it is a book shopping vlog and haul, and I'm excited to read this actually. Even though it feels kind of like a wintry book, I feel like romance is always a summery genre. So this book is about Anastasia Allen, who has worked her entire life for a shot at Team USA. It looks like everything's going according to plan when she gets a full scholarship to University of California. Nothing will stand in her way, not even the captain of the hockey team, Nate Hawkins. Nate's focus is on keeping his team on the ice, which is tricky when a facilities mishap means they are forced to share a rink with the figure skating team. But when Anastasia's skating partner faces an uncertain future, she may have to look to Nate to take her shot. Sparks fly, but Anastasia isn't worried because she could never like a hockey player, right? So I've heard it's really cute, it's really steamy, it's a sports romance, and I think it'll be a good read actually to have within these books. It's kind of a variety of books we got going here. Okay. A book that matches the current season. Okay, I feel like that has to be Beach Reads by Emily Henry, which I have read, but I want to reread this summer. So that's kind of perfect. I read it like a year and a half ago, and I really want to reread it and annotate it because I originally read it on my Kindle. So this book follows Augustus Everett, who is an acclaimed author of literary fiction, and January Andrews, who writes best-selling romance. When she pens A Happily Ever After, he kills off his entire cast. They're polar opposites. In fact, the only thing they have in common is that for the next 3 months they're living in neighboring beach houses, broke and bogged down with writer's block. One hazy evening, one thing leads to another, and they strike a deal designed to force them out of their creative ruts. Augustus will spend the summer writing something happy, and January will pen the next great American novel. She'll take him on a field trip worthy of a rom-com montage, and he'll take her to interview surviving members of a backwoods death cult. Obviously. Everyone will finish a book, and no one will fall in love. Really. And this book is so cute. The banter's amazing. I love Emily Henry with my whole heart. So this is a good lineup. I actually don't have that many books on like my owned TBR. I have a few on my Kindle, and then the books on the top shelf here, and that's it, like as if I don't have enough books. But we're going through them kind of quickly with this, so it's fine. Okay, this one's a book you think will be 5 stars. Oh, I forgot to show you the last one. So once again, you're just going to have to trust that I am not lying to you. Ooh, this is really hard. I have a feeling that I either Love in Other Words or Mr. Wrong Number. I think that both of these might be 5-star reads. I also feel like Yellowface might be 5 stars, which is too many options. I'm so torn. Okay, you know what? I think I might go with Love in Other Words, because literally every person I've talked to that has read this has said it's a 5-star book for them. I feel like it's just a universally loved romance, so I think this is what we're gonna go with. And I also feel like this is kind of summery, even though we have now 3 romance books. I think this is a dual timeline book. Like, I've heard it's a little bit similar to People We Meet on Vacation. So this is about Macy Sorensen, who is settling into an ambitious, if emotionally tepid routine. Work hard as a new pediatrics resident, plan her wedding to an older, financially secure man, keep her head down and heart tucked away. But when she runs into Elliot Petropoulos, the first and only love of her life, the careful bubble she's constructed begins to dissolve. Once upon a time, Elliot was Macy's entire world, growing from her gangly, bookish friend into the man who coaxed her heart open again, only to break it on the very night he declared his love for her. I forgot they were like, this is about books, which makes sense because of the title, Love in Other Words, but that's exciting. Told in alternating timelines between then and now, teenage Elliot and Macy grow from friends to much more, spending weekends and lazy summers together in a house outside San Francisco, devouring books, sharing favorite words, and talking through their growing pains and triumphs. As adults, they have become strangers to one another until their chance reunion. Although their memories are obscured by the agony of what happened that night so many years ago, Elliot will come to understand the truth behind Macy's decade-long silence, and will have to overcome the past and himself to revive her faith in the possibility of an all-consuming love. So this has been on my TBR for like so long, and on my physical TBR for not that long, but I am excited to read this. Let's pick our final book. I honestly have not been averaging 6 books a month, even though I should be, to hit my Goodreads to hit my Goodreads goal. So I don't have faith that I will get through all of these. Okay, a Goodreads Choice Award winner. I have to do a bit of research on that. I did some research, and I honestly thought I didn't have one, but The Maid won Best Mystery / Thriller in 2022. So this will be our 6th book for the month. And this is about Molly Gray, who struggles with social skills and misreads the intention of others. Her gran used to interpret the world for her, codifying it into simple rules that Molly could live by. 25-year-old Molly has been navigating life's complexities all by herself. No matter, she throws herself into work as a hotel maid. Her unique character, along with her obsessive love of cleaning and proper etiquette, makes her an ideal fit for the job. But Molly's orderly life is upended the day she enters the suite of the infamous and wealthy Charles Black, only to find it in a state of disarray and Mr. Black himself dead in his bed. Before she knows what's happening, Molly's unusual demeanor has the police targeting her as their lead suspect. She quickly finds herself caught in a web of deception, one she has no idea how to untangle. Fortunately for Molly, friends she never knew she had unite with her in a search for clues to what really happened to Mr. Black. But will they be able to find the real killer before it's too late? I've actually been meaning to read this for a while, so I'm very excited. And I feel like we have a pretty good lineup here, other than one that I am not particularly excited to read, but it's fine. Oh my gosh, you guys are so crooked. Hold up. Okay, there we go. Quick recap. We have Dance of Thieves by Mary E. Pearson, and then we have Icebreaker by Hannah Grace, and then Little Beast by Julie Demers and translated by Rhonda Mullins. We have Beach Reads by Emily Henry. We have Love and Other Words by Christina Lauren. And then we have The Maid by Nita Prose. Hoping that we can get through all of these. That was really fun. I need to do this more often because it definitely helps me choose my books and not buy more books. If you enjoyed this video, you can subscribe down below for new bookish videos every single week and to find out how I feel about all these books at the end of the month. And I will hopefully see you in the next one. Bye.